Hey everyone, just a disclaimer with this video. So this was filmed during the beginning of the racial pandemic that we are currently facing. And I clearly don't have any... Oh, my hair. I clearly don't have any malicious intent with this video. I definitely just wanted to take in like this negative energy that's like coming from this world and to channel that into positive energy through like the videos I make. And in the link down below, I'll of course have some resources to look at in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement and all that, and places to donate. And if you haven't already, you can check out my previous video in regards to the Black Lives Matter movement and the situation. So, enjoy the video. Hey everyone! Welcome to the sewer. I am the King Jellyfish, and I'm about ready to serve a full course meal. So welcome back to my channel everyone, and today we are going to be reacting to a full album.
Can you come up with something else?
This hasn't happened since Norman effing Rockwell. My favorite color. And that was a great album. So I expect the same from this long-awaited album, LG6, aka Chromatica. Yeah, so today we're going to be reacting to Lady Gaga's new album, Chromatica. And let me just say a few things first. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and comment down below any suggestions you may have, whether album suggestions or video suggestions. I will appreciate the feedback. So, I will say first thing that's important is I do want to spread awareness with the current event with George Floyd and the police brutality that's like occurring. I send my love and prayers to all victims of police brutality. It's never okay for someone to be just being brutally violated because of their race, because of their identity. And I just want to say it's up to everyone to make an effort to bring about change, and it might not happen in a day. It will definitely take time, but we need to use this moment
and platforms
as a moment to evolve as a country. And I think it's important to not let any of these deaths just be shut down and forgotten and neglected, but we need to keep them in mind and bring about reform. So in the description below, I'm going to have down there the petition in regards to the George Floyd situation that you all can sign if you're up to the age. And I will also have a link down below the number that you can contacting probably like a governor or an attorney, something like that. I will have that down below. So y'all should educate yourselves about what's going on in the world, because even during a pandemic, the world is crazy. Or, well, America.
This is America. Don't get you slipping now.
Anyways, so in regards to this album, let's just say this is definitely influenced by her past stuff like Born This Way and art pop. So I think, in my opinion, art pop crawled so Chromatica could run, and if Chromatica is not running, I'm gonna be very disappointed in Gaga. But I think, for the most part, from what I've heard Stupid Love. She grew on me a little bit. Rain on Me, oh, Rain on Me is such a good song. And Sour Candy, can I just say, Sour Candy, that's a lyrical, sonical masterpiece.
Sour candy.
But besides the point, we'll be getting into this reaction in 3, 2, 1. There's 3 acts in Chromatica. There's Chromatica 1, Chromatica 2, and Chromatica 3. I'm assuming they're instrumentals, so we'll just listen to this album. And this is literally her shortest album to date. Like, I mean, besides Fame Monster, but I mean, Fame Monster is literally like just an addition to the Fame. Chromatica, okay, you better pop off then. Okay, so track number 1, it is Chromatica 1. Let's get into it. I remember this from the teasers for Stupid Love, so I really like these instrumentals. It's beautifully done, and whoever's playing those instruments, string instruments, whatever the instrument they're playing, props to you. Y'all are talented. back to this reaction. Okay, so this is the intro to the album. I think it's definitely an appropriate intro. It's very beautiful, and it's just like it eases you into what Gaga has to say further in the album through dance pop. So would I say I would download it? I don't think I would, just because my phone storage is low and I gotta prioritize some songs over others. But I mean, if it did pop up on shuffle, I wouldn't skip it. It's really beautiful and it starts the album well. So now we're gonna move on to track number 2, which is Alice. And I heard some stuff about the song, so I'm excited to hear it. Oh my, stop! Gaga, you are really, you're going up there. You're going up in heaven. Like, oh, good for you. And, oh, I'm shook. Like, literally, my soul just left my body after hearing her, like, try to sing that. Well, she did sing the high. She didn't try. She did it. I will say I was low-key kind of disappointed in the beat drop. What I'm afraid of with this album is it's not gonna really try to continue with art pop and like how industrial it was, but we'll probably just like try just doing some dance pop from like Born This Way. And I do love Born This Way, but I think for the time, it served for the time, and I think like, yes, dance, it's good to go back to nostalgia, but also, you know, we don't want recycled stuff, you know? But we'll just continue. Period. Was not expecting that auto-tune. I don't know if I'm into it. I would have to listen to it more, but let's see. So, Alice. Okay, so as the song played longer, it started to kind of grow on me. Like, the verses and her voice, like her vocals in the song were really good. I was kind of thrown off by the auto-tune portion, but I mean, I think I'll just come to grow with it. I think for the most part, lyrically, the song is really good, and I mean, I like how it's it's like a more nostalgic approach with the dance pop instead of like trying something new. I mean, I will love to see if there's some experimental stuff in here, because I heard Sour Candy and I was like, Sour Candy's just so good. I'm just excited to hear it again. But yeah, I mean, I'll give it a download. Alice is a good song, and I think, yeah, those are just my thoughts. So we will move on to track number 3, a song I've heard, Stupid Love, and yeah. I apologize for my strange behavior. Okay, so Stupid Love. So when I first heard the song, I immediately thought it was just recycled trash from Born This Way. Because it just reminded me of like some of the tracks from their like Fashion of His Love or Born This Way. But now, I think the song grew on me. Just because like listening to like each like individual part and like how everything contributes to the song, it's just intricate, like with the production. And Gaga's vocals are really good in the song, especially in the pre-chorus, like, all I ever wanted was love. I love that part. And I think like meaning with it too, it's like very wholesome about like wanting someone to love them and all that. And for that, the song grew on me, and I give it a download. So then the next song is going to be track number 4, which is Rain on Me. And I've heard the song, and the song is honestly an anthem. It's like summer, song of the summer. Rain on me. Yo. And raindrops. So that was Rain on Me, and I think the first time I heard this, I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but now it's like one of my favorite Gaga songs like ever. I think just because like the way she came in, I don't know, I just loved her voice, and now I could like see growth in her voice, and just the meaning of the song, like having to do with like any addiction she's had to face, and just like life like putting you down and like still wanting to just persevere and all that. It's just very inspirational. And Ariana, she really added spice to the song too. Like, oh my gosh, both of them served. And I mean, bridge, hit or miss, but I mean, I think like it's grown on me too. And the ending, golden. So I will add this as a download, because she is a download, and that's on what? That's on Chromatica. So anyways, next song that we're going to be listening to is Free Woman. I've not heard this song, so.
Want it, be free. Don't fight it, but if
Okay, hold up. Gaga. You really like, the beginning of the song is so calm and then just turns out of nowhere. I'm like, oh shit! She really pulls gypsy with this song. No, that came out from, I meant gypsy from like Art Pop, like the song. Anyways, yeah, so this song so far sounds really good. I mean, the pre-chorus is like questionable, but this might become one of my favorite Gaga songs if it's still like goes the way it's going. So that was Free Woman, and I will say, definitely one of my favorite Gaga songs ever, and it's probably like in my top 3, if we're being honest. I mean, the only thing that threw me off was the pre-chorus, but I think it's growing on me. It grew on me like towards the end, but like the meaning of the song, it's like beautiful, because it's like talking about how like she doesn't need anyone to like make her feel free. It's like she can find out within herself, and that she doesn't need anyone's validation to be her own strong individual, like to be her own strong individual self. And that's good to hear from a song, even like a fun one that like has meaning to it. And I definitely just loved how like she laid the vocals in this track, and as well as production. I mean, we want more experimental stuff, but I mean, it was pretty good. Like, it got me moving. So this song gets a download. So then the next song we'll be listening to, which is the end of Chromatica 1, will be Fun Tonight.
I'm not having fun tonight. You love the paparazzi, love the fame.
So that was Fun Tonight, and I had to say, I really loved how calming and soothing her voice was during this song, and she definitely delivered. And I know with this song, I saw an interview from Gaga, and she said that this song is pretty much about like how like there's been nights like where she doesn't want to have fun, and there'd be like her friends trying to cheer her up and like all that, and this song's dedicated to them. And I think it's really sweet, because I can see in my personal life where I have nights where I just don't want to have fun. I'm just going through a lot, but my friend's always there to support me and all that, and try to like get my mind off of whatever is going on in my life. So this song deserves a download. I will say, debating about whether it is my favorite Lady Gaga song or not, just because like the beat drop, it wasn't, I kind of wish it went harder, but you know what, it is what it is. But the song is really good, and it kind of ended Chromatica 1 well. And I think as a whole, Chromatica 1, I think it's just about like trying to find love, trying to find people that support you through the hard times, and trying to like get through and persevere and all that. And I'm curious about what Chromatica 2 has to offer. So next is going to be Chromatica 2. Yes, oh shoot, it really went into this next song. Okay, so Chromatica 2, I love these instrumentals much more than Chromatica 1, just because I felt like this is short, straight to the point, and it was like, oh, like it got me shook, and I was like, something bad about to happen, I can just feel it. And yeah, I might be tempted to download it if I have enough phone storage, like LOL. But yeah, Chromatica 2 did that, and I'm excited for the next track, which it went into kind of, which is 911. I'm already excited, because it kind of like has like this electronic vibe that kind of Born This Way kind of had, and our pop, so I'm excited. That was some closing. So 911, it was really well done production wise. Like, oh my gosh, everything in the background. Oh, Gaga, go on. Like, I might like Chromatica 2 more than Chromatica 1 if she keeps this up. I mean, the robotic voice is like, okay, kind of into it. Throw back to early Gaga, you know. I'll give this song a download. Definitely one of my favorites from this album, and just from Gaga. I like how she kind of worked with this track. It's very interesting, kind of different from what I've heard. So next song that we're going to be listening to is Plastic Doll. I'm sorry, the production, like when I was like, oh shit! Okay, I'm starting to love Chromatica 2, because Plastic Doll is a really good song. Like, the production on it was rich, and I mean, At first I was like, okay, it's kind of like plateauing, but I think like for the most part, like I kind of snapped out of it, and I just realized like the amount of emotion that like Gaga's putting into that song, like it's just amazing. And like I think she's just really upset about people who think like they could just use her and to not like to kind of treat her like she like objectify her, you know, and to not like treat her as like a human being. And like I think she deserves that dignity and that respect, and you know, I think Plastic Doll's a really good song. I'd say, yeah, I like it. I'll leave it a download. I think for the most part, it might grow to be one of my more like up there with my other Gaga songs, but I really like it. And now y'all see me sigh, cause the next song we're gonna be listening to is Sour Candy featuring Blackpink. So y'all know it's gonna be good. So that was Sour Candy, and girl, this deserves a download for sure. And it's not just some shallow song, like I can listen to this at the club, yeah, and dance to it and all that. But it's really about like trying to find someone that will try to like be patient to get to know you more and to kind of like know who you truly are, like as your authentic self, and like to kind of see like the beauty that's in the inside of you despite the rough appearance you may have. Well, not rough appearance, like physically, just like how you might be feeling on the outside if you're like in a bad mood or something. So, we love Sour Candy. And the next song we're gonna be listening to is, of course, homage to Lady Gaga's Las Vegas residency, Enigma.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
Okay, Gaga definitely served vocally with Enigma. I will say it's not one of my favorites just because like I feel like the dance production like with the song was just repetitive from the album. Like like Enigma's cute. Would I give it a download? I have to think about it. Like I don't know. I need more time with the song. But I mean it's cute. That's all I gotta say. It's not bad. It's just cute. So next song we're going to be listening to on the last portion of Chromatica 2 is Replay. Okay, so that was Replay, and I will say I would definitely replay the song. I'll give it a download. It's definitely about like a relationship, about like how like it brings out the best in her, but also the worst in her. LOL. I don't know. I just really like it, and like talking about like how like she would just still go through it again and again, despite any mess that might have been ensued because of it. And yeah, and the Chromatica 2, will say I think I like it better than Chromatica 1 TBH, despite Enigma. I mean, Enigma will grow on me, but like, it didn't. That's just the tea. So next is going to be Chromatica 3. Okay, so it's Chromatica 3 instrumentals that we're going to be listening to right now. So let's get to it. Okay, man, I guess go off. Like, I don't see a point with Chromatica 3 besides just leading into Sign from Above, which is the next song we're going to be listening to. It's featuring Elton John. Literally, mind you, this is 1 o'clock in the morning, girl. I need sleep. But anyways, I was not expecting this to be another dance pop song. Like, I thought it was gonna be more stripped. What the hell is going on? Okay, this kind of woke me up. Okay, back to the song. So that was Sign from Above, and let's just say the ending threw me off. It kind of reminded me of Lane Boy by 21 Pilots. If you know, you know. But all the monsters are gonna hate me. I'm sorry, fellow monsters, but Sign from Above is probably one of the songs probably lower on my list of favorites from Chromatica. Hi, I just wanted to chime in and say actually Sign from Above grew on me a lot, and now it's actually one of my favorite Lady Gaga songs ever. So, I take back what I said. What I got from the song from Sign from Above is like, well, when Gaga talked about sign being spelled S-I-N-E instead of sign as in S-I-G-N, sign has to do with like more like a sound, so like that kind of revelation kind of like being an indication as to like how you should change as a person, become like better with like whether being like more authentic to yourself or like being authentic to others and just like being the best version of yourself pretty much. Anyways, I just want to move on to the next song. So next song is 1,000 Doves.
Waiting's just a stupid game.
Period. If you're trying to wait for change, it's not a game you should be playing. If you want change to happen, you have to put it in your own hands to make it happen. And especially with the current like George Floyd situation, I think if we're trying to make a change with racial injustice and police brutality, we need to make the change now and to not like just wait for things to change. I think we need to be more involved with allowing for change and reform to happen. And going off of that, just like not only involving yourself now with bringing about this change, but continuing to do that over time, even though I don't know, like even though Black Lives Matter may not be trending anymore, but to kind of just still try to fight for that change. So that was 1,000 Doves. So I think for the most part I would download it. It definitely was beautiful lyrically in regards to talking about just like I guess like Gaga personally with trying to make a change in her life and like whatever problems she's been facing and trying to like kind of soar and to kind of like rise from that, especially like from her previous era. She's like been going through a lot and her trying to like dance through the pain, you know? And I think that's like the point with Chromatica. I don't know. I think 1,000 Doves should have just been like a ballad, TBH. I'm not a huge fan of like the dance pop being incorporated with the track. I just think it's being overused, TBH, and that's just my thoughts. But I mean, some people might love it, and that's beautiful. That's okay. For me, I'm like, I need some more diversity. So now we'll move on to the last track of this album, which is Babylon, and I'm so excited to hear it because she's the last track, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be very woke. So let's get to it. So that was Babylon, and I will say I will download it. I actually kind of liked it. I don't think it fits as well as a closing track as 1,000 Doves. I think 1,000 Doves should have been the closing track, but Babylon I loved how like it kind of talked about gossip and like how like it doesn't really matter, and like Gaga's just like calling out like everyone that's just been gossiping about her and saying like bad things about her and like how it doesn't matter because like you can just say whatever you want, but she's Lady Gaga and she is successful, she is thriving, she is doing just fine. So yeah, that's just the tea. So we have come to the end of Chromatica, and I wouldn't say it's her best album, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily her worst. I think for the most part, like the album was definitely cohesive. There were some songs that I did like a lot that are probably one of my faves, but also there are some that could have just been cut out. And I felt like there were just issues for me, at least, with how some of these are produced. Like some of them like kind of just had like the same dance pop production over and over again. I'm like, we need some variety, you know? But I think for the most part, Gaga really did what she had to do for this album. She really wanted to have an album where she could dance her pain away because like especially with what happened with the Born This Way ball and like her breaking her hip and then like the art pop era and like how like she's kind of been struggling with addiction and just like general other pains like she's been having during her career. She kind of wanted to like heal through that with Chromatica. So I can see why she wants to do dance pop with this album, but also it's like we need some more experimental stuff, some new stuff. Like, so I just want to say this is just my opinion. And if you think Chromatica's like Gaga's best album, comment down below. Go off. Like, someone has to love Chromatica, you know? But yeah, I think for the most part I did like the album. I mean, I will listen to it again. There's definitely some stick out songs from there, and yeah, that's the tea. So thank you so much for watching. If you stuck through till the end, y'all are the real jellyfish. I love y'all so much. Stay safe, especially during this time in quarantine. Like, please, just be good people, good brothers, sisters, brethren would probably be the best gender neutral term. Be the best brethren you could be to one another, your neighbors and all that, and to kind of get through this quarantine and pandemic together instead of bringing each other down. And subscribe if you haven't already. Y'all don't want to miss out on what is to come in this channel. And y'all just should like this video and comment down below any other album reactions you want from me or other video suggestions. And I love y'all so much. I hope you all just stay safe, and yeah. See y'all in the next one. Bye.
There must be a sweeter place where you can sugarcoat the taste. Sweeter place. There must be a sweeter